We drove to New Jersey. Your eyes saying I'll be worried. You said it was nothing.
Hello everybody and welcome to my kitchen. Today is the 16th of April. It's like the afternoon or so and I'm gonna make lunch, so I figured why not, let's chat. I feel like I started this day out on the wrong note. Like I woke up to an email from somebody that was on my membership that was like, I didn't realize that I was on the membership and it's been charging me $50 for a year. And she's like, can you help me cancel my membership and like, can I get a refund? And it just like immediately made me like, I don't know, just like start up the day on the wrong foot. But it just kind of, it started me off on just kind of like an ick note today, and I hate feeling like that. On top of that, I had, I don't know if any of you guys follow Jamie Falk. I think it's Falk, F-O-K. She's been doing Pilates like this whole month and trying out different trainers, and I watched her video and it wasn't like overwhelmingly positive, which is fine. Like I don't expect everyone to like come out of my, any one of my classes and like feel like it was the best thing they've ever done. Like it definitely wasn't the most positive video, and that kind of got me a little bit down, but that's really more of like a me thing than anything else. I don't know, I'm having kind of an off day today, and I hate feeling that way. I don't know. I'm just like not starting today on the best note. But on a more like positive note with things, I've gotten involved with a Pilates studio that is super close to our new house, which is really exciting for me because I haven't like been involved in quite some time. So I'm really excited about that. And let's see what else. We've got some furniture coming in this week. We've been kind of slumming it in terms of the furniture that we don't have. So I'm excited for that. Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of feel like I started this day on the wrong foot, and I'm feeling a little like meh. I feel like as a business owner, I go through so many like ups and downs, what feels like all the time. And like, I don't know. I feel like I talked to you guys about this. I feel like in, you know, my vlogs from last year, and really just like any time that we talk, like there are so many like peaks and valleys with owning a business. And right now I'm going through like a little bit of a valley. I think it's just like the time of year, like not as many people are taking classes. I didn't have like a huge turnout for the challenge, which is fine because I have people that are super engaged and like interested in the Pilates challenge right now that are doing it. And that to me is always better than, you know, having people that sign up for the challenge but don't end up doing the classes. That's, you know, I'd always rather have that. Anyway, yeah, I'm going through like a little bit of a peak or a little bit of a valley right now with business. And I'm just trying to, you know, keep my head on straight and not go crazy or anything. Like just recognize that it's, you know, this is gonna happen. This is life, this is business. I think I sometimes just have a difficult time with like the inconsistency of like owning a business and like doing my own thing. Like I wish that I could say like every month I know I'm gonna make like X amount of money. I wish I could say that sometimes, but I just can't. And that can be a little bit difficult, especially in times where like I'm, you know, in a life transition right now. I feel like I've been in like a big transition period of my life for like the last 2 years, really, with like moving and everything. And I just feel like I haven't found a way to make things feel like consistent and make them feel good. So I'm really trying to work on that with being, you know, here in St. Louis and in a new spot. Like I'm just trying to create a little bit more consistency for myself, consistency in a routine. And I just like, I want to feel like I belong here because I haven't felt that way. Like I didn't feel that way in Chicago, and I didn't really feel that way in Colorado, but to be honest, like we weren't in Colorado that long. So it was a little bit different. Anyway, so that's what's going on with me. What's going on with you guys? How are things? You know, how are you? I talked about this in the last video. Like I want to try and vlog more just because I feel like, I almost feel like my channel's dying. Oh, And that's our front door opening. How's our next door neighbors bringing us banana bread? How sweet. Oh my gosh. I already like, I love this neighborhood. I feel so like comfortable already in St. Louis, which is so lovely. It's so lovely because I really have not felt that in quite some time. Our neighborhood is like such a mix of like younger people and like people that have been here for, our neighbors that just knocked on our door said they've been here 50 years, which I think is so wonderful. But we get such a good mix, which is super fun. Also, my ears are super congested, so I'm confident that I'm talking really loudly, and I don't mean to be. I just don't know my own volume. It's a blessing and a curse. The lovely lunch. Yeah.
She kind of has a robot kind of a voice. But
I went to the Pilates studio. They do like once or twice a month, I think she said, they do like an intro to Pilates workshop. I guess it's technically an audition, but it's not like a full, I mean, she's not having me teach like a full class or anything, but I'm doing that tomorrow. I feel like I've been having just like a little bit of a day. I feel like a little bit, you know, down. So sometimes when that happens, you know, I press checkout, place order on my Amazon cart, or you know, whatever cart I just like have open. Today it was Amazon and Ulta, because I have seen this TikTok of this girl that like is like replaced makeup items with like skincare items, or like products that are more skincare infused, and like I legit like don't wear makeup anymore. Like I just don't, but I feel like I would like to look a little bit more presentable, and I also think I'm at that age that I want to start, you know, start the process of like, you know, aging in reverse. So I don't know. I was just easily influenced by this girl on TikTok, and I bought like a bunch of stuff. Don't tell Tyler. Just kidding. It's fine. But I did buy some stuff. So we get to see in a vlog, maybe this one, when that stuff comes in, which is super exciting. But I got like a mascara, I got an eyebrow tint, I got some, the Drunk Elephant anti-pollution bronze drops. I got replacements for my favorite chapstick because mine is almost out. Dr. Dart's color correcting something. I feel like there was one. Oh, I got replacements for my Supergoop sunscreen and like a translucent powder sunscreen. I don't know, I'm gonna be like all sunscreened up. You know, no wrinkles here. No, we're gonna look 27 forever. That's kind of how I'm feeling, and that's what I've been doing. I'm exporting a vlog right now. It's the March vlog. It's coming, you know, 2 weeks late, but it is coming, and that's the important thing, I think. As per the norm, we're gonna give it like a minute past the hour and then see where we're at, because you know, it's Monday. If you haven't taken this style of class yet, just keep your ears open and follow along. I know we haven't done it live yet, but I think live would be so much fun. And then exhale, bend the knees, pull things back in. This planner doesn't want to move today, and that's fine. Inhale, you'll reach the legs out. Good, we'll go 15 more seconds. And then you'll bend into your elbow. You're gonna pull your hand up by your shoulder. We'll take a little shoulder press. We're still in the April challenge. So if anyone wants to take any of those classes, you always can. If you join like any membership option, you have unlimited access to like everything. Anyway, so I am uploading the class recording, like getting it set. And with the challenge classes, I do a little bit more editing in post. That sounds so like official. It's not. Okay, so I'm editing this video right now. Today on the docket, I have my audition at the studio in person later today. I don't know if I'd really call it an audition. Like the studio I worked at in Phoenix, I had to teach like a full 50-minute class as my audition, or like my test out. But this is like you know, she's having me like teach her 15 to 30 minutes as if she's like a new client, and then like 15 to 30 minutes like, so it'll be a little bit different than what I'm used to. I think I said this to my mom yesterday, like I'm just so glad that I know that I'm good at teaching Pilates, and like I'm not like anxious or stressed about it like I would be if I had to like go through a typical job interview process. So I'm really glad about that. So that's kind of what I have going on today. I need to film a class. I probably need to film 2 classes. I've been kind of slacking on my reformer classes just because like I honestly, I don't think people are doing them the day that they're released. So I know I have a little bit more time with those classes, like to be able to film them. So, but I would like to get that done today. Let's see, I need to go to Target. I might even like take a class later today. I don't know, I can't decide. So that's kind of what's on the agenda today. Okay, I think the audio is going to sound really bad on this because it's super windy, but I am en route to my like audition interview for this Pilates teaching job, and I never film myself in public, so this feels really weird and like nobody's around, but I'm a little nervous. I've never like gone through an audition process really for a Pilates teaching job, like haven't interviewed for a job in a really long time, so I'm a little nervy. But the nice thing is I know that I'm good at teaching Pilates, so that kind of makes me feel a little bit better, but I'll let you guys know how it goes. There's not a good way for me to do this without being blinded by the sun. Okay, you guys, I don't officially have a job, but like, I've got a job. Okay, you guys, I don't even want to tell you how late it is right now that I'm filming this class. We're not going to talk about it. I had quite the day. So inhale, hinge back at the hips. Exhale, restack the spine, press those weights up. And I'm gonna go hands down, but I probably won't stay here. Tuck the toes under, shoulders on top of wrists, pressing the space between the shoulder blades up towards the ceiling. Heels of the hands pressing up and away from your mat. Good, hollowing out through the body, drawing your belly button up and back, kind of upwards towards the rib cage, and then pushing back a little bit towards your spine so we find our neutral spine. More on neutral spine if you're still confused on that concept, maybe a little bit later this week. Yesterday turned into like such a chaotic day. I guess like not chaotic, but like I was working very late into the night, which I don't typically do. Yeah, but it was a long, big day. We had like a piece of furniture delivered in the morning. I had class, like I had to edit and upload class. And I think like between that, like, I don't know, just a lot was going on. And then I had to, I guess it was technically like an audition for this studio to teach at. I was there like 2.5 hours and I didn't realize it was gonna take that long. So I didn't get home until 4 o'clock, and then everything just kind of got pushed to the side. So pretty much everything that I wanted to get done yesterday, I got done, but later in the night. Today I need to film reformer classes, so I'm not letting myself like leave the house or go take a class until I have done that, or like go take a class period today, because I've noticed when I take a class, like I just like don't have as much energy to film classes, and I need to do that. So that will be that. Now it's about 9 o'clock and I am about to upload today's story with the link to class, like the class that I frantically filmed at like 8 o'clock last night, which never happens. I slept so bad because I never work out at night. So that was fun. Oh, what a mess. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna upload that. I'll show you what it looks like. See my little Okay, also I want to say, like, you guys were so nice on my vlog on Sunday. Like, thank you everyone that took time out of your day to comment on that video, and like thank you for just like positive thoughts and comments and like everything like that. I think that it was really nice to see. A lot of you, a lot of you wrote me novels in the comments, and I love that. But so many of you really like found me on YouTube and then like moved over into the virtual studio and have honestly like never looked back. And I absolutely love hearing that, because like ideally like that's the, that's kind of what happens. But I love that so many of you have found me and have found like a love for Pilates and have found a love for my virtual studio. Like, I cannot put into words how happy and how grateful that makes me feel. But I had a couple of comments that were like, maybe we should have like a Facebook group or like a group message or something for the virtual studio. And I had tried that last year and it didn't really do what I wanted it to do. And I don't know if it was like me or if we just didn't have enough people in it or whatever the deal was. So if you are a part of the virtual studio and that's something that you want, let me know. I'll ask you guys on Instagram too, because I think that's really consistently a good way for me to get feedback on what you guys like and what you don't like. Also, over the weekend, I observed this like intro to Pilates workshop that this studio that I'm going to be going to does. And it kind of had me thinking about like, like what are things that we say all the time in Pilates, but like people may not understand. So I'd ask you guys on Instagram if there's anything that like you still don't quite get when I say it. And if there's anything, if you don't follow me on Instagram, it's fine, but you should follow me. If there's anything that like you don't quite get in your Pilates class, if you feel like you need to dive a little bit deeper into a concept, you can leave those in the comments. And I'm gonna start probably a series on Instagram of like almost like Pilates 101, like what things mean, and all of that kind of stuff. I try to do like modifications and form tips and all of that, but I think there are some like conceptual things that people don't quite understand. I was also thinking like, would it be helpful to do kind of like an intro to Pilates, like, or Pilates 101 workshop? Maybe we add that in with the virtual studio. I don't know, lots of thoughts running through my head. So I am, you know what, you guys, I'm gonna try and upload vlogs like every third day. I think, I mentioned this in the last vlog, but like I kind of was a young adult. I still am, I guess, a young adult, but I was really into Sarah's day when I first started watching YouTube videos, and like her uploading a vlog or a video like every third day. I'm like, that feels like A, a lot, but like B, for a vlog, like we can do that. That's manageable. So I'm gonna try it and just like see how it goes. And knowing me, it might not happen, and that's okay. It might not be consistently every third day. Like, I know like we're going out of town in May and whatever, so we'll see how it goes. But I want to get back to YouTube feeling like my creative outlet, because it has felt so much not like that in the last year. So I'm trying to get back to that. And if you guys didn't know, I actually have a second channel. It's like a bullet journal channel, and I had like made a goal to make a new video for that channel every week, and I did it for like 3 weeks, and I haven't made a video since January. So I'm gonna try and just like get back into that again. I think it's really important for me to have a creative outlet and to have like something to do outside of just work. And I think right now, especially like with the seasons, like fitness can be a little bit cyclical and kind of have the ebbs and flows. Right now is kind of a down season for for fitness and Pilates. So I want to feel like I'm still doing things to fill up my cup. So that is kind of the plan for me, and we will go from there. We're getting all these fun new locations today. This is so fun. Welcome to our bathroom. I've been like super on top of it with my skincare lately, because I don't know if you probably don't realize it because you're not nitpicking, my appearance like I am. But my acne was so bad when we were living in Chicago, and I think it was hormonal. I probably need to go see a dermatologist. I know that, but I've been on top of it with using like my benzoyl peroxide treatment and using just kind of like what I need to be using. I use the acne.org benzoyl peroxide and moisturizer, and then I use just like my whatever cleanser, my Tula cleanser. I don't love the Tula cleanser, but I do use it. I'm trying to get through a bottle. I try not to like throw away facial cleansers unless they break me out or like they're obviously something that's like not right for my skin. The Tula cleanser is fine. Do I think it like is the best cleanser in the world? You know, no, there are probably better ones. But anyway, I've been pretty on top of it with my acne. Obviously my face is red because I've just rubbed it, which I'm sure I shouldn't do, but I had like a group of pimples and they were like under the skin pimples right here that I tried so hard not to pick at, but you guys, it's really hard for me not to pick my face. I try not to do it, but I do, I'll be honest, okay? But I had that little grouping right there that has gone away. And you know, I feel like my acne's been looking pretty good as of late. I'm trying to take better care of my skin, like in general, really staying on top of sunscreen, like moisturizing, which I'm really bad at in general. So I'm just trying to be a little bit better. Remember like the beginning of the year when I talked about how I'm trying to take better care of myself? Like I'm really trying to do that, like in all aspects of life, like having a better work-life balance, like taking care of my body, making sure I maintain my own like fitness routine, make sure I'm like eating well and taking care of my skin, because let's see, I'm turning 28 in June, which is still like super young, but I feel like I'm approaching 30 and like the time where people like start to, I don't know, think about things that are going to help them age in reverse. And I just like, you know, I want to stay young forever and have young skin and be fresh and take care of myself. So that's kind of the deal. I'm letting my benzoyl peroxide treatment just kind of dry on my face before I put any moisturizer on. But I was just watching, well, first of all, who of you watched Love is Blind? I know a lot of you do. I'm sure a lot of you do. We just watched the reunion last night. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. I had a problem with like Vanessa Lachey asking like about 100 times about people having babies. Like that just feels insensitive to me. I don't know. It just feels kind of crazy. I also think like I personally get annoyed when people like ask me when like me and Tyler are having babies. That's really annoying to me. Why would you ask that? Anyway, I found it to be just like a weird reunion. But what did you guys think of the season? I'm watching Marshall on Nick Vile's podcast right now. I love to watch his podcast as a YouTube video. I think it's much more fun. I don't particularly like Nick Vile as like a person, or like I didn't like him when he was on The Bachelor or Bachelorette, but I like his podcast. I think he's really good at podcasting, so I do watch his videos. But yeah, anyway, I was watching that right now, and we watched the reunion last night. I'm not sure. I'm just not sure about it, you know? Also, on the topic of like people asking about babies, I had somebody, when I put up a question box the other day on Instagram, somebody that was one of my old clients from the studio I worked at in Phoenix was like, "Hi, I miss seeing you from Reformed. Did you have a baby?" I was like, excuse me, what? I'm here like posting on the internet every day, like full body shots, like I am on display. Trust me, you would know if I was pregnant and had a baby. You would know, you would just know. I was like, and if you didn't, and if I did that like in secret, like how amazing of like a social media personality am I? Like that would be insane. But I thought that was crazy and I had to share because I know you guys will get a kick out of that. Anyway, just put on my moisturizer. I'll show you. I've showed you guys the acne.org stuff before. It comes in these really huge unaesthetic bottles. They last like forever. I got those when we were still in Denver and they've been kicking it with me ever since. When I do stay on top of it, like do morning and night benzoyl peroxide and moisturizer, things do look pretty good. My face is also super blown out because of there's light behind you, there's light in front of you, there's a lot going on. That's kind of what I've been doing. I like to let every layer kind of like dry before I put on the next thing. First, sunscreen. I really like Supergoop Unseen Sunscreen. I know a lot of people like the Glow Screen. I haven't tried it. I like the Unseen Sunscreen. This is, I think I have 2 bottles open right now. I shouldn't, but this is like the last of this bottle, and I got a replacement in the things that I ordered from Amazon and Ulta, and I do like a finger's length of sunscreen for my face. And I'm probably a little bit too harsh on my face when I rub things in, but this is just how I do it. I see so many TikToks about skincare. It's like rub up instead of like pulling down on your skin. I try to do that, and I'm really not being super aggressive with that. Before we go outside, I'll do sunscreen like everywhere else, but I'll also probably put on a shirt. And anyway, that's my skincare routine. I also like to use the Tula Cooling and Brightening Eye Balm. I really like this. I just kind of do a little bit of this and a little bit of this, and sometimes it comes off a little bit too shimmery under my eye, so I just kind of rub it in there. And that's it, that's the look. I really haven't been wearing makeup like at all in probably the last like 6 months, and it feels pretty good to me. Oh God. Me brushing my hair and my hairbrush getting stuck. Anyway, and that's the routine. So I need to film, really need to film. So I gotta get in there and just, you know, do the thing. So here we go. Pimple forming on my forehead. That's so annoying. We're coming all the way down. Let me just change this song. It's a little depressing. Head going down on the headrest. This is always one that if I have a ponytail and I like to move it because it just kind of hits me in a bad spot. Big exhale, you're going to tuck the tailbone, squeeze onto that ball, start to lift the hips so that you come up to bridge. Remember, you're awesome. You can do anything you put your mind to, and I'll see you back here for our next class.